understand, or when you start to solidify this belief within yourself, even a tiny bit, you'll start to see that all of your manifestations start to come to you. Everything becomes easy. Because you're living in a simulation, and you have to stop taking it so seriously, because the world is you pushed out. Everything that's being created in your reality is what you consent to being true, okay? Whatever you consent to being true is being pushed out into your reality. And what if you were to change that you consent to being true, that your world is real, that it's just a simulation and you can control it? That changes everything. It changes the whole trajectory of your future. When you make that subtle shift from thinking that your world's real all the time, to start changing and shifting over to, wait a minute, my world is simulation. It's actually just a big game being created from within me out, and my inner dialogues are creating everything. Imagination creates reality, but that's stemming from my inner dialogue. So I'm going to start changing that. I'm going to give you an example right now. I have many testimonials on how this alone has changed so many lives, but this testimonial in particular is one of the best. And it was a stock trader, a crypto trader, okay? In the community, in my community on This World is a Simulation on School. All right, this is a testimonial, and it was something that was created by an actual student, okay? And what they started going through in their minds was, this world isn't real, it's a simulation. But I want to kind of experience this. So I kind of want to get a good idea of what this means and how it can make manifestation easier. So what they did was they created 2 accounts, crypto trading accounts. One was real, with their real money. So they deposited $1,000, let's say, into this account. And the other one, they put $1,000 of simulated money into the simulated account, okay? It's not real money, okay? So they have 2 separate accounts. And they start going on and they start looking around at things to start trading, right? To start, perpetuals, future trading, and longs, shorts, all that, looking at the market. And they start with the real account, okay? They start making trades, and they find that they're not making the right decisions, that they're overthinking, they're overanalyzing, and they start to go short on certain trades, and all of a sudden it goes up. And then they want to make long positions, if you know about trading. So a long position is when it goes, you're predicting that the price is going to go up, okay? So they're predicting that the price is going to go up, and then all of a sudden it goes down. And they're going to predict that the price is going to go down, then it goes up. It's doing the opposite of what they want it to do, right? Because it's their money and they think it's real, and they're taking it so serious, like, oh my gosh, if I lose this money, I can't pay my bills. I don't know what I'm going to do. So they're making all the wrong decisions. This is super important. Pay attention. All right. This is how it works. When you take your world seriously, it doesn't do what you want it to do. You have to free yourself of that. Okay. All right. So in contrast, the simulated account. He does the exact same thing. He's got $1,000 in this account, and he says, you want to know what? I'm going to have some fun. I don't care about this. It's not real. There's $1,000 in it, but it's simulated. It doesn't matter if I lose it. I'm still going to be able to pay my bills. It's not going to affect me in any way. So he starts trading on the simulated account, and every long he puts in, he says, it's going to go up. It goes up. Oh, it's going to go down. It goes down. He makes money. He's making 5x, 7x, 10x, 20x, turns that $1,000 into $100,000. Just like that. Just like that. And why is that? It's because he knew it was simulated. He knew it was a simulation. He didn't take it so serious. He wasn't like, if I lose this, oh my gosh, my wife's going to leave me, my girlfriend's going to leave me, my boyfriend, whatever it is. I can still pay, it doesn't affect me if I lose this money. It's not real. I don't have to take it serious. That's why he was in flow state. He automatically was picturing, his inner dialogue started to change. The imagination started to change. He started picturing himself winning and seeing the best outcomes, pushing a different version of himself out, changing what he consents to being true of his world, and then connecting to all the right answers in flow state, turning $1,000 into $100,000. But his real account started at 1,000 and now it's at 400. Same guy, same market, lost 60% over here and gained 100x over here. Okay? Why is that? I want you to tell me. Tell me in the comments right now, why is that? I want you to tell me, because it's simulated. When you believe that your world isn't real, everything becomes simple, it becomes easy, it becomes fun, and then you make the right decisions. You get in flow state. You start being more childlike as it starts speaking, as it taught us in the Bible. We love our life. You love your life. Enjoy the present moment. You're more childlike. You're just enjoying it. It's a simulation. It's not real. It doesn't matter. Just enjoy yourself. Have fun. Don't worry about anything. There's no fear. You lost your fear. You lost your anxiety. You were just a kid again, and you're making choices based on that, and it's the right ones. And why I'm telling you this is because you can now do the same exact things within your world with whatever you're doing. When you understand that your world's not real and you stop taking it so serious. You stop saying, oh my gosh, if I make the wrong decision, I'm gonna be ruined. And that's when you make the wrong decisions. But when you change that and be like, you wanna know what? I'm losing my fear, I'm losing my anxiety. I'm gonna create this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and I love life to the fullest. And no matter what happens, it's gonna be okay. That's when you make the right decisions. Because you're not taking it so serious. You know it's a simulation. And that is truly the world in which you live and what separates you from everybody else that's making the wrong decisions. You will be the top 1% once you solidify this into your mainframe, okay, your hard drive. And everything's gonna change for you. So start looking at your world this way. It might be a little bit of time, but keep catching yourself and say, you wanna know what? My world's a simulation. It's fun. I don't have to fear anything. I don't have to have anxiety. I can just let things go. I can let it go and be myself and just enjoy it. And even if I do lose, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna allow it to be what it is, and I'm not gonna fear. I know everything's gonna work itself out. I know God has a plan. I know my divine self is gonna provide for me. All this is symbolic language within the Bible. But be more childlike and know your world's a simulation. The kingdom of heaven is within you in your wonderful human imagination, guys. And I love this testimonial because we all need this. We all need to know about this. We all need to start transitioning our minds, changing our mindsets, and start looking at our world this way, because the evidence is right in front of us. You don't even need evidence, but it's right in front of you. This is a true story. And there's hundreds of other testimonials similar to this of how this works, which I've also experienced in my life. And you can do this too. So start looking at your world this way, and every decision you make, you're gonna make the right ones instead of the wrong ones. And this can apply to even relationships. I've seen people when they start having to persuade themselves, is this the right person for me? Is this the right thing to do? And they start trying to convince, and it's always the wrong decision because they're taking it so serious. Instead of, you wanna know what? It's a simulation. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna lose the fear, the anxiety, and just allow it to happen. And that's when you make it the different decision. That's when you make the right decision. So start re-examining your world all the time this way and lose the fear, and you will have tremendous success and happiness and fulfillment in your life. I love you guys. And I just want you guys to experience this. And I'm 85% there. Like, there's still 15% of me. I go back and forth with that, you know, when I'm reacting and doing different things like that. But 85% of the time, I know my world's a simulation. That's why I found so much success, and I'm able to do the things that I do and make the right decisions and get out of my comfort zone and just say, you want to know what? I love life. It doesn't matter if I screw up. I'm going to turn the camera on. I'm going to post a video. I'm going to help some people. And even if 20 out of 30 people don't like me, at least those 10 are. They're going to get some value out of that, and they're going to improve their lives. Because it's not about me. It's about them, right? But it's a simulation. It's a simulation, guys. I love you. Let's go. It's a simulation. Your world's not real. It's just a big game. Stop. Get rid of your fear. Get rid of your anxiety and love your life today, and you're going to make the right decisions. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.